You ever feel like for every dollar you make, you gotta spend two to fix something?
It's a big one.
It is a big one.
Can you try to catch it?
Good morning, everyone. My name's Joey. Hey, y'all see Josie back there trailing. This is Papa and Josie's homesteading.
We had the sun to go too.
Show y'all a little update on her stumps. Bubby's laying on top of where one was at. It's gone. This one here, it's almost gone. I ain't gonna burn it today, cause unless maybe later today or something other. But it's almost gone. It's got a root right there and a little stub sticking up right here that needs to go. What you doing, Bubby?
Hey, Dad, this is my goat Bubby.
It's your goat Bubby. Bubby.
We're going to take him to the sales tomorrow.
No, we're not taking Bubby to the sales. Bubby's our pet. He's our baby, ain't you, Bubby? Yeah. You're our pet, ain't you?
Bubby was little as a baby.
And Bubby was little. Well, he wasn't little when you was a baby. He was little when he was a baby.
As little as everyone else was.
Yeah, everybody here was a baby at some point in time. All right, Billy. Right, Billy's getting ready to go sales. Okay, Doc, you're gonna fall in the thing. I know, you fell right over Nancy's. You wasn't watching where you was going. Alright, guys. Well, we had kind of got a little bit of an excess of spending funds, selling our goats, selling our rabbits, our meat chickens, or just different things. We had wound up, we'd put a little money back, and I had plans on renting. I had several different plans, but I think I'd narrowed it down to where I was going to rent a stump grinder for this coming weekend. And I had all these stumps right here at the beginning of this lot. There's probably, I think I wound up counting them all together. There was about 24 stumps, and all these were pretty good sized stumps. Like that big one, tall one sticking up there, which I would have had to saw it off before grinding it. Along with these, I would have had to grind them off before grinding them. Honey, I say that turtle's gone. But all these, I just want to get all these out of this field first, and then get what I could over here afterwards. And I think if I'd rented a stump grinder on the weekend to where I had Friday evening, all day Saturday, and all day Sunday, I probably could have got all them, because those bigger stumps take probably an hour to hour and a half. So I think I could have got all of them. But as y'all kind of could tell in the start of this video, my truck had other plans for us with that money. It's been kind of aggravating with the truck here the last little bit. Of course, the thermostat and the radiator, which my wife paid for that, so I didn't use any of our money for that. So he brought this little guy up here this morning. I figured he'd already went back to the house, but he's not. But yeah, my wife paid for the radiator and stuff, so I didn't have to spend any of our money from the homestead on that. So, but that little piece on that brake, adjustment holder fell off here, and it's supposed to sit right down here on this thing, and it adjusts this thing here, which is what adjusts your brakes in and out on the back on the drum brakes. And I guess it's popped off, fell off, I don't know, it come off regardless. So we gotta work on that. But yeah, it's been, I'm kind of glad it done it, because it's been probably several months that the brakes have been acting up on this truck, and it kept sounding like it was in the front. And I've replaced the brake pads on it. I replaced the rotor on this side. I replaced the pads on it again after I replaced the rotor, and it wasn't getting any better. And then I noticed the other day when I was stuck in the ditch down there, this back tire was up off the ground enough that, like, as soon as I put it down into reverse, it would start spinning without me giving any gas or anything. And the first time that I put it in reverse and it started spinning, I knew it wasn't going nowhere. I mashed the brake, put it in park. I put it in park, that wheel was still spinning. So I knew then that my brake wasn't working back there. But I didn't fool with it any. And yesterday we went to town, and I mashed my brakes, and it done the thing that it's been doing. And after I let back up off the brakes, I could hear in the front end. I mean, it sounded positive to me it's in the front end. But we pulled over at a dollar store on my way to the feed store, because there's like 8 of them in between here and the feed store. Pulled into a dollar store, and I looked. I got under there, same thing I do all the time, because I was scared to death something was loose in the front end. I checked all my joints and the tie rods and everything, and it shook the tires, and just felt like something was loose in the front end, what way it was acting. And I couldn't find anything, so we backed up and left the dollar store and went to my daughter's house, because she lives some way there. Stopped there, and I checked everything again there, but it quit making that noise after I left the dollar store. So I think, what was that piece fell off, got down in there, stuck in the brake shoes and the drum. And then when I backed up at the dollar store, I think it let it fall out. So then it wasn't making that noise. So, but we got home, and I took that drum off and found that piece, which I'll show you guys. This is the piece I'm talking about. And what it does, it has a little flat edge here, and when you mash the brakes or the Mercy brake, it'll twist this, and it adjusts that adjuster to tighten up your brakes. Well, here's what's left of mine. Y'all can see that. The adjuster part here is flat. There's no little lip like it's on this one. It's gone. It's flat. And this whole end here is fouled off. So I don't know if it done that just yesterday, or if it'd been doing it the whole time and I just couldn't hear it. With the air conditioner running, the radio and stuff on, maybe I just couldn't hear that. But it sounded like it's front end. But I'm gonna work on brakes today. I don't truck being jacked up stuff, which I have my safety jack under it. There's my safety jack. And like I said, I set up this little tent thing here to get me in the shade, because it's sun here all day long. Hey, that kitty. But we're gonna work on these brakes. I know I'm gonna have to probably watch some YouTube videos and figure out exactly how that little adjuster thing is supposed to go back on there. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I can figure it out. I hate those kind of brakes. I hate drum brakes. The springs, all that, every bit of that stuff's just aggravating. We'll get started on that here in a second. Alright, so after about 3 hours of working on this thing, taking it back off
3 times. First time was just my dumbness. I put the brake shoes on the wrong side. I put the left side on the right side. Second time was because I had to readjust some springs and just took it off to redo the whole thing. And then the third time I had to take it off because of the adjuster bracket thing. Had to redo it. I downloaded 3 different schematics, I guess you call them, for a 98 Ford is what that is. All 3 of them were different, and none of them was exactly like mine. I watched about 10 videos, 98 Ford trucks. None of them exactly like mine. That is the one thing I hate about Ford trucks. I don't know, it's like somewhere in the design they like, here, let's throw some different stuff in here to make it hard on everybody's life. Got it all back together. Got it back on there like it should be. Everything looks good, but I can only get my drum on there about halfway. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that. Like I said, I can get it going real good. It's spinning till I get to where I'm hitting the studs, and then it gets super tight and I can't get the rest of the way up on there. So we're gonna fool with it a little bit here. See if we can't get this thing on there. Looks like the whole thing needs to be shifted that way right at the moment. I don't know if that's my issue or not, but we're gonna work on this thing for a little bit longer. Josie, I must not have been fun today, because Josie Granny stopped up here a while ago, asked her if she wanted to go to the dollar store. First she said no. Then Granny bribed her, told her she would buy her this toy that she'd been wanting down there. It's about $30 toy. She told her she'd buy her that toy. Josie said, And then Josie started negotiating and said, "You bring me right back." And she said, "Yes, I'll bring you right back." And Josie's like, there was one day we was at church, and I walked over to the barn, and Josie rode in the car with Granny and Chris. They didn't stop and let her off at the barn, and she remembered that. So that was the other thing. She goes, "You let me out of the barn and not take me to the house." So they agreed on their terms, and so Josie went to the dollar store with her. So she's not here with me right now. It's the first time. It's another one of these big milestones. First time she's actually went to the store with Granny since she was probably 6 months old, without me anyway. So another big milestone for Josie today, I guess. I must not have been very much fun today. We've been working on this truck. She's been wanting to play, and I told her, I said, "Josie, we got to get this truck going. It's very important. We got to get this truck back on the road." So I'm gonna work on this a little bit more. I'm hoping I can get that thing back on there. That's just one side. Alright, well, this has turned out to be absolutely a pain in the butt. I beat it on there a while ago, to be honest with you. I got so tired of fooling with it. I changed the adjuster, took everything back off of it again, put everything back on it again, switched out the adjuster, put the new adjuster back on it. It will not go down enough to get the drum on there. I finally just took that rubber mallet and beat it on there and jacked it up, and it wouldn't, I mean, put it in gear, start up, put it in gear, and it wouldn't turn at all. I finally put the tire back on it with just 2 lug nuts and lowered it down and backed it over into the driveway and backed up and down the driveway there about 20 times. And then by that time it's dinner time, so I jacked it back up, took the tire off, let it cool down, come back up here, and that's when I videoed just now. It'll turn on backwards now with it jacked up, but it won't go forward. And I don't know, I'm going to put when I was backing it up and down the driveway, like the first time I went forward, it's grabbing harder going forward. But the first time I went forward, it actually slid just a little bit in a spot or two in the gravel, here in the driveway. But after a little bit, it was working real good. I had a real good pedal, wasn't making any noise. So everything seemed to be all right. I think I'm gonna put the tire back on it and put all the lug nuts on it like it should be, and drive it down the road and see if we can just wire those brake pads out a little bit. I do want to take the hub back off after I drive it for a bit. Like I said, we might just drive a few miles or something other. Make sure everything's still on there and everything's still hooked up, not nothing broke or anything. But I'm gonna put the tire back on there, and I don't know what it is, like the pads. Like this pad goes on the back side of the truck. That pad goes on the front side. That side's a whole lot thicker, and that seems to be the side that I'm having the most problem with. It's like everything's shifted, pulling everything this way. I mean, I got it on there right now. Everything looks good on there. I'm gonna jack it up and put the tire back on it, and we'll take it down the road. We just drove about a mile down the road. Man, it is hot. Got smoke rolling out of it. Gotta keep an eye on this. I don't want to spray water on it just yet, but but definitely have to keep an eye on it. Oh. Somebody's back with us. She's been back for a while. She's only gone back 15, 20 minutes. Just dollar store. Just right down the road here. Right at the end of our county road here. So she's back. I think we'll wrap it up for this video. It's been a long day for me. I didn't video much of trying to assemble that thing.
No, you have
One, I don't know what I'm doing.
No, you have to
And two, it was aggravating, frustrating, to say the least. I got a blister on my hand from doing all that stuff. And I still don't know if it's fixed. The brakes, I mean, honestly, driving down the road, the brakes are probably the best they've been since I owned that truck. I mean, you can hit them and it's got a real good pedal and no bouncing and just no pulling, just a real good feel to the brakes altogether. The best they've felt ever since I've had it. She's going to show y'all what her and Granny got. Store we go. We got a Gabby doll house.
That's not a cable house.
It's got some stuff in it there. I dropped something. Oh, dropped Gabby, didn't I?
Yeah.
And some LOL doll stuff.
No, yeah.
Plumb full of stuff.
It has drawers here.
Yeah, it's got drawers.
I got
Yeah, we'll wrap it up for this video. Appreciate y'all watching. And we'll catch you on the next one.